We're on.
Welcome to the Harshie Podcast.
Hello.
We apologize for not having an episode last week. We were on a road trip with our family, and sometimes not everything gets done in a day or a week or whatnot. And while it's difficult, and it's even difficult for us, we've learned to sometimes give ourselves the grace for when that happens.
I don't know if it was that so much as the trip did not go as planned whatsoever. Like the parts we thought were going to be hard were easy, and the parts we thought were going to be easy were hard.
Yeah.
So it was a completely ass backwards trip.
It was. It really was. So here we are. But we did get a lot of great conversation done on the way home. Not on the way there. We were interrupted a lot. But we moved Beardbaby to the back row, her car seat.
Yes.
And she wasn't screaming right in our ears. So we were able to get some good conversation. And we made a really cool decision about the podcast. Do you want to share what that is? Or do you want me to?
Well, we're going to do 2 episodes a week. Mm-hmm. Shorter in length, but more content.
Yeah, so there's so many topics that we talk about during the week, and the reason why this is the Harshie Podcast and not the Birth That Fear Podcast is because we want to be able to talk about anything and everything on our hearts or our minds or that comes up. And we have so many conversations that come up during the week, and we're like, oh, that would make a great podcast, but it might not be an hour or an hour and a half or a long podcast. So I wanted a shorter podcast and Brandon wanted them longer and more frequent. So we're meeting in the middle.
Yes.
And we're going to try out a Tuesday and Friday schedule with more content. But no, for me, it feels like pressure on time on a podcast. That might sound ridiculous, but that's just how my brain works. So is the dog driving you crazy?
Yeah. Thor is driving me nuts. He's like trying to figure out a place to go.
If you heard any noises in the background, it was our dog. Because 6 children isn't enough, we have a dog.
Yeah, he's trying to find some little cavity in this mess we have on our couch to lay on. And
I know, we're using the couch, and he's walking back and forth trying to get on the couch, and he finally settled against the hutch as loudly as possible.
Yeah, wonderful.
So that's what we've decided for the podcast. So this one is coming out Tuesday evening, and we have another one coming out on Friday. But our goal is to get them out on Tuesday and Friday mornings regularly, so you can depend on that for your commute to work or your laundry or your drop off for your kids from school or pickup or whenever it is that you just need a little bit of solidarity.
Or some laughs, some ha-has, some hee-hees.
Wow. I see there's no lack of cheesy dad jokes happening.
Some ho-hos.
Really? Some ho-hos? Some ding-dongs? I mean, where are we going to take this?
Ho-ho is life.
Oh, my goodness. I have a few announcements.
You do?
Yes.
We have a sponsor.
We do. Before I talk about that.
Oh, sorry. I jumped the gun.
No, it's okay. You're excited. Real quick, because I'll forget. We have the first webinar this Saturday.
That's right. Birth Without Fear.
Right. So I decided to try a webinar series so that would be, a little easier on me with traveling away from the family, but still get more of the inspiration and knowledge and support out there, because it's really 9 hours total between the 3 webinars. Also, then anyone from anywhere could hop on and hear me speak, and then it can be interactive. We can ask questions. We can have discussion. I'm really excited about the opportunity that this brings. And, I also have a little bit of self-doubt surrounding it too, to be perfectly honest. And there's quotes out there that say, do something that scares you. Do something that scares you every day. And I thought about this webinar, and it came up quicker than I expected. And I want it to be really good. And I have expectations on myself for it. And I was having some self-doubt. And then I remembered that quote of do something that scares you. And just because you have some fears around it doesn't mean it's not the right thing. And give it a chance. So this Saturday is the Birth Without Fear webinar.
Yes.
And 1 month is the postpartum webinar. And then the following month is the self-care and self-love webinar, which I am really excited about because that's my jam right now. But for the Birth Without Fear one, I'm going to talk about creating your birth team, about letting go of fears, processing fears, about instincts versus fears, about VBAC, cesarean, family-centered birth. It will also depend who's on the webinar, which direction it will go, and what we'll discuss a little bit more in detail, depending on what the needs are of the participants of the webinar. So anyways, if you want more information about that, it's on bwfconference.com, and it's the Saturday, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Okay, so the second thing is we have a sponsor to talk about tonight, just for a minute or two, and that is Legendary, but it's spelled, get this, Dairy, milk. They are a breastfeeding lactation support company, and they make amazing products to help support that. And what I really love about them, I didn't know about them till recently, otherwise I would have used them. They are not only like soy free and gluten free, but they're dairy free and vegan. And I think that's awesome. Yeah, I think that is so cool because, you know, I'm fairly passionate about plant-based diet and veganism in general for animals and for health. Probably more hardcore about it than I really let on. And
yeah, you're pretty hardcore.
Yeah, but I also apply it to a you do you philosophy. But anyways, this is not a podcast on veganism. What's really cool about this is there's a giveaway right now. And if you go to, I'm going there right now so I can make sure I give you accurate information. But if you go to the Birth Without Fear Facebook page, it's posted there. So if you are still on Facebook, then go to Birth Without Fear, do what it says on there. You just share the post, give their page some love, Legendary Milk, and tag a few friends. Oh, another thing about it too is not only is it free of all those allergens, common allergens, but it's also free of fenugreek. And fenugreek is a common ingredient in a lot of lactation support supplements and herbal supplements. But there are some women who have negative experiences with it. Not everyone, but some do. And it's not always easy to find a lactation support supplement or herb formula that is free of fenugreek. So they are. So you can go there, and they're giving away a bundle. And let me tell you something I love about it is the names of their products. I haven't told you this yet. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Well, first there's Liquid Gold.
Liquid Gold, okay.
Yeah, I think every lactating mom, or you pump or you're breastfeeding, that is Liquid Gold. Yep. It is special, and we become a little obsessive about it, actually.
Yes.
And if you're pumping and you end up spilling breast milk, you really do cry over spilt milk because you made that, and it's a perfect food. Then there's the Pump Princess, which I think is super cute. And I have a lot of experience with pumping. With my first, I pumped for a few months. And with my second baby, I pumped for 7 or 8 months and donated breast milk and fed him from that. And then they also have Milkapalooza. I thought that was really cute. And then they have a few others as well. But those are the 3 that you'll get in the giveaway. If you're not into giveaways or you're not on Facebook, you can check out their website. It's Legendary, again, Legendary milk.com.
So Legendairy milk.com.
Yeah,
okay.
Thank you.
All right, we got it.
Yeah, it's nighttime. And I have coffee here, but I haven't had a sip of it.
We'll drink it.
I know. I will when I'm done talking and you can talk. But anyways, you can go to their website and use code CAPSBWF, just in all caps, for 15% off, or just check them out. But I think that's super cool. I love their whoever did their marketing is brilliant, because the colors and the photos and the names are awesome, but the product is super high quality. So yeah, go into the giveaway or go check out their website and use the code. Any help we can get when we're postpartum and breastfeeding is good help. I had an oversupply issues, which is another reason why I pumped. But I know so many women that have undersupply, or just, it could be from just their body. That's just a variation of normal, or the latch issues, or relactating. I mean, there's so many variables there. So that reminds me of something else I really loved that they probably didn't know I was going to mention, but they have really cool programs. For every bottle you buy with them, they make a donation to an infant in need. And they also have virtual lactation and sleep support from their team. How cool is that?
That was very cool.
Yeah. So anyways, check them out. Okay, so that's about boobs and breast milk. So naturally, next we should talk about beards, because boobs and beards definitely go together.
Boobs and beards.
Okay, so I shared today about you shaving off your beard.
Yes.
And
I did.
All I said is that sometimes we need a fresh change, clean slate. And that's how I left it at. So inquiring minds want to know, after 4 years and a beard baby, why would you shave off your entire beard?
That is a question I am asking myself when I look in the mirror right now.
Oh, no.
Like, who is this loser looking back at me?
Stop it, loser. Really?
Where is my chin? Why is my neck and my chin all the same line?
It's not.
Why is there no delineation between my facial features and my neck?
How do you really feel? Gosh, I'm glad I'm not the one in the relationship that shaved my beard, because you're not
Good
being
God.
very nice. Not being very nice about it. And
Well, I got a pretty horrified response from the family as well. Especially Beardbaby.
okay, so
She's like,
first of all, you're like, where's my chin? And it's right there. You can actually see more of your chin than before. So what do you mean, where's my chin?
well, when you have a beard, it accentuates a large chin, which makes it appear and feel manlier. Not going to lie.
True.
And so when the beard's not there, I feel like part of my manhood has been stripped away.
That's intense.
It is a little intense. And it might be some psychological issues that I will need to get therapy for.
Kind of like when a woman gets bangs.
Yeah.
Like maybe there's something else you need to work out. No, I'm not dissing all of you that have bangs. I actually think bangs look rad on people, just not me.
You've never had bangs.
When I was younger, I did.
Oh,
Did you
okay.
not see my 7th grade photo where my mom
Well-
curled my bangs and burned my forehead? And then I had like these bang. Anyways, I digress. Go back.
So the reason why I shaved my beard is I feel as of late that, well, I've been getting more white hairs in my beard, obviously.
Sexy.
We've had a fairly stressful few years. I don't know. Every time I looked, I just felt like I was reminded of all of this stuff. And I'm in the process of changing a lot of things in my life. One of those things, I'm really into Buddhism now.
Mm-hmm.
Been reading a lot on that the last few weeks, applying it to my life. And it's been a huge game changer. It's pretty exciting for me. And one of the tenets of Buddhism is impermanence, how everything is impermanent. Life doesn't last, peace doesn't last, war doesn't last, nothing lasts forever. And so I was kind of applying that to myself and thinking about different things. And I decided to apply that to my beard, considering the way I've been feeling as of late. I was like, well, let me shave it off. And if that's the way to go, then I'll just keep it shaved and go back to being one of those people that shaves on a regular basis and looks all clean cut and professional and Mormonish like I used to look.
You hate shaving, so I think that's fine.
Yeah, I've always hated shaving. Or I'll shave it and it'll be a fresh start and I'll work on Beard 2.0 because I hadn't shaved it off completely in 4 years. I am definitely going with the latter decision. That this is going to be the last time I shave for quite a long time, if ever again. As far as I'm concerned, the beard is back to growing. So
It's already growing back.
it's already grown
You've already
back.
begun the process.
I've already begun the process.
That is quick.
Very quick. Yeah, I pretty much made the decision a couple minutes after I'd done it, when Beardbaby would smile at me, but the minute I would turn away, as I was informed by everyone else, she had this look of
Disdain.
worry and disdain and
She did.
panic and disgust.
So in the beginning, she was laughing. She thought the whole thing was hilarious. She's like, "That's hilarious. That shave is," like, she just thought it was the funniest thing. And so I'm sure you did not think that you were going to have a fan club of 7 watching you shave it, but you did.
Yeah, that's an interesting experience too. Having 7 people watch you intently shave. That was a new experience for me.
Yeah, it's commentary as you
Yeah.
were having
I had
done.
play-by-play.
You did have a play-by-play.
And he's shaving his jowls.
Oh goodness. As you when you got down to, after finishing with the clippers and then shaving with the razor, her whole demeanor changed. And when you would look at her, she would like smile and giggle as if she was just trying to keep that up. But then when you would look away and you were shaving, she just had this look of disdain, worry, like basically like a WTF look
Yeah.
on her face. That's
Yeah.
what it was. And so when you were done, everyone was giving their input on it. Now that's a drastic change in the matter of minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to say or what to think. And I couldn't even have a reaction. And I would say that was the same with one or two of the other kids. And the rest of the kids were like, I hate it. Grow it back. Which surprised me, actually.
Miss New York liked it. I think she was the only one.
Yeah, she took a few minutes and she's like, I like it. Like she likes either way.
Yeah.
Our oldest was like, I don't want to be mean, but you need to grow it back. Yeah. And what did our oldest son say?
It looked terrible.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I look terrible.
And the bull has just found the whole thing hilarious.
Yeah, Bull is funny. He's like, Dad, you look so terrible. It's like, yeah, thanks.
Yeah, because he copies his older brother. And Beardbaby, we were trying to take a picture of you guys together. And we intentionally waited till this morning. You were going to shave it last night. And you waited until today so she could watch. Because, those videos where people...
Oh, my gosh. Those rub me the wrong way so badly. Those videos where you see... the guy shaves and then he goes and surprises his 2 or 3 year old that's never seen him without a beard. And then they're filming it to put it on social media to
get likes
out of their kid's misery. Oh my gosh, that crap pisses me off. So I did not want to do that.
Right.
As it was, she still wasn't too happy about it.
Exactly. By the time you all said and done, she was like, this is not hilarious. This is stupid. She really wasn't, she wasn't happy.
No, she wasn't.
There's a video on my story. By the time some of you are listening to this, it might not be there anymore. So I'll post it to my actual Instagram page. But we were trying to take a photo and I did a video instead. And she was trying to be happy for you. She's only 3, but she was trying to be happy for you, but she was really not happy about it.
No, she was not.
And then a few minutes later, you both had a conversation about it, which I also posted, but you both decided it was coming back.
Yeah.
She kept saying, put it back, Dad. Put your beard back on. Put it back. And then throughout the day, she's looked at you and she's like, no, Dad, you look creepy.
Yeah. You look creepy. Put your mustache back.
Put your mustache back. Put your beard back on. So she
also Miss Cuddlebug, she was quiet a lot today, and I asked her, I'm like, so what do you think? She looked at me, I don't like it. I was like, so no good. No, I hate it actually.
I didn't expect. I hate it actually.
Yeah, she didn't talk to me much the rest of the day afterwards. So.
No, isn't that
might have pissed her off too.
I found it really interesting reaction from the children. It's just hair, but it became such a big part of your identity and your look and who you are that it really threw them off, even though everyone watched it. And, the unanimous decision is really for you to have it back. So thankfully your beards grow back quickly.
Yes.
And you know how you want it to look from now on.
For some reason, my beard grows twice as fast as the hair on my head.
I know, not fair, right?
It's so weird.
Yeah.
And it's a different type of hair too. So coarse and thick. Where the hair on my head has always just been thin my entire life.
I will say kissing you is nicer this way. But when you kiss me in other parts, I feel that the beard will be nicer.
Well, we'll just have to test that out in a little bit, won't we?
We'll have to test that out. But
another thing I wanted to add too with Beardbaby is that after the deed was done and the trauma had set in for everyone, we were sitting out here in the family room and everyone was just kind of talking and conversing. And she grabbed the toy lightsaber and she was just sitting over there at the opposite corner of the couch. And she just was standing there just whacking the couch, like just going nuts, like hitting the couch as hard as she could.
It's like toddler meltdown. She
would turn around and look at me and look at everyone, kind of smile, and then go back to just hitting. She was literally acting out.
She was not happy.
No, I've never seen her do that. She was just, for a half hour, just going to town, like smacking the shit out of the couch.
Yeah. Well, and
she was pissed.
Like her name is Beardbaby.
I know.
And you shaved the beard. I mean, that is actually quite offensive. I can understand her being offended. What did she say to you when she opened the bedroom door and peeked out at you and then she was like, nope, and like closed the door again?
She's like, Dad, you're creepy.
Nope. Close the door.
And then when I was laying her down tonight, we were laying in the bed and she says, Dad, your beard is horrible.
Because it's not there anymore.
I said, well, you mean I don't have a beard anymore? She's like, yeah, it's horrible. It's like, thanks. Appreciate you.
I have to say the thing that's been the most interesting to me is that you don't like it. And I can tell you feel insecure about it. And you are not an insecure human being when it comes to looks and
I'm
whatnot.
not.
And that is weird to see on you.
There are not a whole lot of times in my life where I've felt insecure. I mean, maybe I was a younger kid, going through puberty or that sort of thing. I mean, who isn't insecure around that time?
True. I think everyone is feeling that.
It's just weird. It's been my identity for like we said 4 years.
Right.
I started because you said, well, why don't you just not shave and grow a beard? And I said, oh, okay. This was April of 2014. It was right exactly around when I sold my chiropractic office. And
Our chiropractic office.
Our office that
50-50
I worked primarily in.
That I primarily put you through school for and helped you run. You did not. We are not going to be testing out if your non-beard is better later.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, that's so. Go ahead. Let's talk about, okay, you sold your chiropractic office. I'll remember that.
So I sold our office.
We sold our chiropractic office.
We sold our chiropractic office that I put the ad out for. And
if you guys could see my face right now.
Okay, I sold our office.
You know what?
April of 2014, and that's when I decided to stop shaving.
I've decided I'm going to stop participating in this podcast episode.
Mic drop, huh?
What were you saying?
I don't know.
Are you even going anywhere with this?
I thought I was, but evidently I'm not.
So that's when you grew the beard the first time.
Yeah. I was going somewhere, but I lost my train of thought.
That's what you get.
I was making some kind of stupid ass point
that's what
means
you get.
nothing.
That's what you get. Yeah.
Anyways, I'm growing it back.
I want to go back to when you were talking about impermanence.
Yes.
I think that, yes, you should grow the beard back, but I'm also glad you did it because I do think that you needed to just do it. If there's something cathartic, there's something fresh and good for mental health to let go of an attachment, to have a clean slate. You were attaching emotions to your beard and whatnot. And so letting that go, I think, was a really good, actually positive thing mentally. Physically, maybe not so much because you don't like it, but mentally, I think it was good that you did it. But impermanence, I think, is such a scary, while also comforting thing, depending how you look at it. And this is actually something I talk about too when it comes to postpartum, intimacy postpartum, the struggles of finding a new ebb and flow with your partner or spouse or just your life. If you're single, after having kids or whatever it is going on in your life, or just going through a hard time like we went through when we were pregnant and had our 5th baby, which we talked about in the Homeless and Pregnant episode.
Yeah.
That when things are really, really hard, you have to remember that things don't stay the same. They cannot stay the same. They have to change. So when things are really, really hard, that can bring you comfort. Like, okay, this has to change at some point. If we keep going, if we keep trucking along, if we keep moving forward, if we keep doing the work we need to do, that this will change and it will get better, that we'll learn the lessons we need to, and we'll go into the next season or whatever with more wisdom, knowledge, and whatnot. And then when things are really, really good, they're also not going to stay the same. And that is why we enjoy every moment that we possibly can when things are good. Now, sometimes there's a spike. You can't see my hand right now, but there's a spike up and a spike down. There's highs and lows. And it'd be nice if we can kind of just do little waves along this impermanence. Maybe the older we get and the more we've learned, and we can have that. But, just when you talked about impermanence and what you've been reading with the Buddhist books and looking into Buddhism more, I love that because I relate to that when it comes to hard times in life and parenthood and those things. And so applying it to every part of our life, at first it's kind of like, whoa, what do you mean? And it can feel kind of scary, but as you have more acceptance of it and you see the bigger picture and you let go of those fears, it's a very comforting thought, I think.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, nothing lasts, no matter what it is. You think about you're a kid. At some point, you're going to be an adult. At some point, you're not going to be in school. You're going to graduate school. Mm-hmm. At some point, you're going to get married. At some point, some people may get divorced. You're going to get older. You're going to retire. We're all going to die. I mean, it's just everything changes at all times. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing to keep in mind. And that's the thing that's really been helping me a lot lately, among other things. I'm sure we'll get into this more in future podcasts, but this is a concept that's stuck out to me quite a bit, I think, in my initial learnings of Buddhism. And what's interesting about Buddhism is, just real quick, is it's considered a religion, but it's also, in my opinion, more of a philosophy. And any of you have looked into it would probably agree that, I mean, you can really be any other religion and also be into Buddhism as well because of its philosophy.
My religious studies professor, who I took all my religious study classes with in college, was Christian. She would say, I'm Christian/Buddhist.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really interesting.
Which you can absolutely be.
Yeah, I thought it was really interesting and neat. And I just love, as you're learning about it, you talk about things that I'm like, yes, high five, fist pump. Like, it really resonates with how I innately think. And I definitely don't know everything. And I don't know everything. I know very little about Buddhism as a practice as a whole. But it does definitely resonate with how I feel on a lot of things. So it's kind of a cool path that you're on right now, and I'm loving it. And I'm loving,
it's really exciting.
Yeah, seeing the positive changes it's having in your life. And yeah, like you said, I'm sure that we'll talk about it more in the future. But
absolutely,
I don't think that you would have shaved your beard if you weren't on that path. Actually, I think that you were pretty attached to it. So it's neat to see you letting go of attachments, having fresh, clean starts. Changing things. You've been meditating a lot lately, just really letting go of these hard barriers you've put up and these expectations that you have of yourself and frustrations that causes. And it's been really good for you. So, but now that you've shaved the beard, now you know, and it's not going to happen again.
I'm pretty sure it's not going to happen again. I'll never say never, but...
Right. Don't speak in absolutes.
Before I used to speak in absolutes and say, I'm never going to shave the beard. I like having a beard.
I'm never going to move here. I'm never going to do that.
Yeah.
That'll never be me. And then life is like, oh, that was cute. Now I'm going to humble you.
Yeah. And it's always when you say the word never.
Yeah.
You say the word never.
That.
Life.
Don't use that word.
Life, Murphy, Murphy's Law. Of someone saying, oh, yeah, well, here you go. You're going to do that.
Actually, it's funny because if we're having a disagreement and Brandon will be like, you never this or you always that. I'm like, can you drop the never and always? Because it's not always and it's not never, it can feel like that. It can feel like that in the moment of your life or if you're in a disagreement with someone or whatever you're going through. But is it really always a never? Probably not. So not speaking or thinking in absolutes. That's a practice that we're working on right now, as well as trying to break things down into smaller tasks or smaller obstacles or whatnot, because we're such a big family that it's easy for us to be like, oh my gosh, all 8 of us and we all have to do this. And with my work, like I have to do all this or I have to ship all that. And it's like, no, you can actually break it down where, half of us can go and do something, or I can just do this one task or deal with this one, email account, because we have so many email accounts.
Yep.
And breaking things down. So
mindfulness.
It's easier said than done. It's a beautiful word. And it represents so much awesomeness.
It'll make a good podcast episode.
It will. I definitely no expert to speak on that right now. Working on it. I feel that it's something I used to be much better at, and that's okay. Get there again. Another words that I'm really trying to eliminate are should and shouldn'ts, because for me that's living in regret and in the past. Like, oh, I should have done this or I should have done that. And I feel like a lot of that happened this last weekend with our travel. I'm like, what is that helping though? What is that accomplishing? Like, we shouldn't have eaten there because it was expensive. Well, you don't go there again. Or, we should have left, at this time. Well, next time, then we know. Like, take the lesson from it and move on instead of dwelling on, I should have done this or I shouldn't have done that, because that's not going to serve you at all. Just take the lesson from it, move on. It's in the past. It's gone forever. It's not going to come back. It's not going to help you. Should and shouldn'ts won't help you. So that's something that I'm working on too.
You should definitely do that.
I am doing that.
Very good.
Absolutely. So, all right, you guys, this is actually, what we should title this podcast?
What?
Boobs, Beards, and Buddhism. I can't even
Not
say
bad.
it.
Not
say
bad.
that 5 times fast. Can you say that 5 times fast?
Boobs, Beards, Buddhism. Boobs, Beards, Buddhism. Boobs, Beards, Buddhism. Boobs, beard, Buddhism. Boobs, beard, Buddhism.
There was a lot of pausing in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't quite accomplish that.
No, but how great is that? So, all right. So the webinar, beautywaveconference.com, Legendary Milk, and any other announcements that you have?
Nope, that's it.
If you have any, real quick, if you have any old orders, we're working on getting those out.
Yep.
And
Don't forget, we're shitty shippers.
slowly but surely. And thank you guys for all your support and grace in that.
Yes.
All right. Love you guys.
Adios.